Want to learn 3 proven motivated seller lead generation strategies you can implement right now for free? Watch this video. I'm Lee with REI Black Book, and we help thousands of real estate investors just like you automate and scale their business using our software. Welcome back to our channel where we talk all things marketing and tech for real estate investors. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click that bell to be notified every single time we put out a new video. One of the ways we love to serve real estate investors is through our REI Bootcamp events. At these events in 3 days, we take you from chaos to clarity and teach you the proven framework to building a real estate investing business that works with or without you. In today's video, we're going to be sharing some clips from a recent boot camp with guest expert trainer Matt Theriault. Matt is the host of the Epic Real Estate Investing podcast, and he's the creator of the ACE framework. Now that stands for Attract, Convert, Exit. And that is a systematized framework for successful part-time or full-time real estate investing businesses. Matt is a master investor and of systems, and he's one of the most sought-after trainers in real estate in the country. In today's video, we're going to share with you some of his top strategies for re-engaging your existing leads, especially those that have said no to you in the past. One of Matt's former clients, Josh Miller, used these exact strategies and was able to retire from his 6-figure job in 6 months' time. Matt will tell you a little bit more about that story later in the video, so be sure you stick around. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to Matt so we can get into the first strategy, and that is the Epic email signature.
So first thing you can do, in your email signature, everyone has an email address, and I have mine incorporated right into my REI Black Book signature. Every time I send an email, I can just type in my message and it automatically prints, or below it types a best Matt PS. And then here's the PS part. Okay. All right. So it says, PS, whenever you're ready, here are 3 ways I can help you with what troubles you most. 1, I can net you top dollar for a property you need to sell fast. My favorite thing to do is to help property owners out of tight situations by presenting them with an array of custom solutions that will give them peace of mind. Pretty houses, ugly houses, and everything in between. Reply to this message, put seller solution in the subject line for a fast and easy solution. Number 2, help you beat Wall Street's returns with less risk. Reply to this message and put bigger returns in the subject line. Tell me a little bit about the current state of your investments and what you'd like to see, and I'll get you all the details. Number 3, find discounted real estate for your investment portfolio. Because of the amount of people I talk to on a daily basis, discounted real estate falls into my lap seemingly every day. If you'd like to get first notification of the hot deals that come my way, reply to this message and put hot deals in the subject line. Tell me a little about what you're looking for, and when it crosses my desk, I'll be certain to be in touch. Also, any question about real estate is welcome. If I know the answer or have a good resource, I'd be happy to share it with you. So that's a lot, right? But you only have to type it out once, and it's just going to end up as the footer, the signature of all of your emails. And I'll tell you what this is. Like, this is not going to be the strategy that you walk away with that's going to blow open your business tomorrow. But it's kind of like, you ever go in and do the laundry and you reach in as you're folding your clothes and you feel something in the pocket and you pull it out and you got like a $20 bill, it's a big surprise. That's like a great feeling, right? Well, this email signature works kind of like that. If you just have it there all the time, it will result in deals for yourself.
Just wanted to pop in with a quick question. Are you having any big aha moments yet? Let us know what they are in the comments. Now, the next strategy Matt is going to teach you today is his epic message strategy.
What I do is I like to send them what I call an epic message. In the epic message, the E stands for it expects a reply. The P is for it's personal. The I is of integrity, meaning you don't put anything there you're not willing to back up in your message. And C, it's concise, it's short. So here's a few examples. It says, I just came across your name. Are you still accepting cash offers for your house? Okay, so you're saying, I just came across your name. So it probably suggests that we'd probably cross paths somewhere before. Are you still accepting cash offers for your house? That's something that expects a reply. Not too many people can ignore that question. And it's nice and short, and it's of integrity, because if they say yes, they'll accept cash offers for their house, you certainly will give them a cash offer. All right. Second one, it says, my assistant is about to mail out a cash offer to you, and I wanted to confirm your property is for sale. Is it still? right? So it expects a reply. It's personal. Hey, my assistant is about to send this out to you. It's of integrity, because absolutely, if it's still for sale, you will be sending out an offer to them that's nice and short. Next, this is another example here, and you can make all these up on your own, but just kind of make sure you check each one of those boxes of that EPIC out acronym. We're sending a cash offer to you today and want to make sure it gets to the right person. Is 321 Jones Street still your mailing address? So these are the type of message that we send. So how do we send those? Well, we send those in a bunch of different ways. We'll send it via, I thought I had something else here. Hold on. Lead generation. Was it here? I thought I had something here. Okay, maybe I don't. But we'll send it via text message. We'll send those via ringless voicemail. We'll send those via email. Just that simple, nice and short. Some people like to put too much stuff in there to where people don't respond to it. So that formula is working really, really well for us. So we'll put a series of these inside of our workflows, inside of our REI Black Book account. So those have worked really well for us. And so we'll send those out via ringless voicemail. And we can say a little bit more inside of our ringless voicemail, but it still kind of checks all those boxes. Hey, it's Matt. We spoke a while back about your house. Another investor called me today that could pay more than I offered, but they're leaving town tonight. If your house is still for sale, please call me at, and you can record that. Or, hi, it's Matt. We spoke a while back about your house. My partner authorized me to pay more due to our inventory being low. If you would sell today by us raising the price, please call me at blah, blah, blah. Just really great ways to follow up and put in your follow-up system, just to get back engaged with those people that you're already talking to. Last one is, hey, it's Matt. I haven't heard back from you about your house. I typically take this as a no. If I'm wrong and you would like to sell your house, please call me at. Okay, so those are some of the messages that we'll send to ringless voicemails. And all this is automated inside of our REI Black Book account.
How awesome is that? So Matt has a real gift for breaking things down in a way that is really simple and really easy to understand. One quick tip I want to throw out there: if you're watching this video, go ahead and take a screenshot of any of the scripts or templates that you want to implement in your business. That way you've got them on hand as a reference. Now, the last strategy Matt is teaching today is his 3-option letter of intent. This is the predominant strategy that his former client Josh Miller used to retire from his 6-figure job in 6 months, like I mentioned earlier. But I'm going to let Matt tell you the story really quickly.
One of my clients, Josh Miller, he was a petroleum engineer at Chevron. He had worked there for more than 10 years, had a very, very healthy 6-figure salary. And he was dabbling with real estate on the side. He was doing about 1 deal a month. And when he decided to come work with me, we changed all of his systems, and we kind of made it in a way, put everything together so he could run it a little bit more efficiently and with greater volume on the side while he still maintained his corporate job. And so he did really well. We went from like 1 deal a month to like, he went to like 2 or 3 deals a week, and he quit his job in about 6 months after we worked together. But that's not the point. This is how he did it. I gave him this 3-option letter of intent to use to present to sellers. And what he did is he went through all of his old leads, and everyone that had ever said no to him, he just sent them this 3-option letter of intent. Okay. And when he sent that to them, he did 100 and this is results are not typical. He's a little bit of a workhorse, and he had help with his brother was helping him run the business too. But he did 120 something, 130, 120, 30 deals. But 85 of those deals that he did represented, like, what was that, 70% of all of his production came from this one strategy of just sending a 3-option letter of intent to everybody that had ever said no to him.
Pretty phenomenal story, right? Now let's go ahead and get into the strategy itself.
I use something called a 3-option letter of intent. And what that does is it does a couple things. One, it separates me from my competition. It differentiates me from my competition because I can give the seller more than one type of offer other than just a lowball all cash offer. And the second thing it does is it opens me up to different opportunities for money, using other people's money. And in this specific scenario, most of the time, it opens me up to being able to leverage sellers' money to get seller financing. But so I've used this for a very long time, right from the very beginning. It just says, Here's a letter of intent to purchase. Thank you for the opportunity to review and consider your property based off the information that you shared with me and what I was able to gather on my own from the local market conditions. I'm prepared to purchase your property in one of the 3 following ways. So there's option 1, which is an all cash offer. Option 2 is a seller financed interest only offer. And option 3 was a seller financed principal only offer.
Pretty awesome, huh? All right, so if you want to learn from an incredible lineup of guest experts and trainers like Matt, be sure to click the link in the description below to learn more about our upcoming bootcamp event. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe and click that bell to be notified every time we put out a new video. And let me ask before I go, which one of these 3 strategies are you most excited to implement in your business? Let us know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm Lee with REI Black Book. We will see you next time.